and listen, or Baldy, Shortz you'll be missing.
Hello and welcome to the first proper Baldy Shorts. Before we start, I just want to thank Mr Keebler who wrote that little introduction song that you just heard. I've linked his channel in the description. I highly recommend you go and have a look at him. It's very, very entertaining. Now, Baldy Shorts isn't about debunking conspiracy theories. Baldy Shorts is about taking small snapshots of science and seeing how the people who promote these conspiracy theories are getting the basic science wrong, just addressing them in short, bite-sized pieces. So let's begin.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers.
So in this episode, we're going to look at an old friend of the channel called Phuket Word and how he misunderstands the meanings of acceleration and force. Let's begin.
Here we've got a key on the scales and it has a certain weight that is being measured by the scales. Or we can push down with a real force on the scales, and that is measured in kilograms, ounces, grams, whatever.
Okay, so he makes his first mistake very, very early in this video, and I'm sure you all spotted it. That mass is measured in kilograms, force is measured in newtons. Mass isn't a force. We can't measure a force in kilograms. And I know that's counterintuitive because when we grow up, we often say, you know, I weigh 50 kilograms, I weigh 60 kilograms, or so on, or so on. But simply that's not true. We have a mass of 50 or 60 kilograms. Our force, which is our weight, well, that's dependent on gravity, and we all know that. You know, everyone on a planet that's got a stronger gravitational pull, then gravity is going to be stronger. And that can give us this equation here, that our actual weight, which is the force that we are pulled towards the Earth with, equals mass times the acceleration due to gravity. So F equals m times a, which he appears to understand-ish.
F equals ma, force equals mass times acceleration. The rate of acceleration that something falls through the air is measured with time. Time is abstract.
Okay, so in the top left-hand corner of the screen, we can clearly see that he's got kilograms as being the units for force, but we've spoken about that. What interests me is on the right-hand side, underneath where he's written force equals mass times acceleration, he's got another equation, distance divided by time. I do hope that this man that is on the internet preaching that the heliocentric model is a lie doesn't think that we calculate acceleration using the equation distance divided by time.
Acceleration is distance over time. Distance travelled over time.
Oh dear. Now this is pretty basic, but you know, what the heck. We all know that speed is distance over time, not acceleration. That's why the units of speed are meters per second. Because distance we measure in meters and time we measure in seconds. Or miles per hour, because we measure distance in miles and time in hours, and so on and so on and so on. But acceleration doesn't have the units meters per second. Acceleration is the rate of change of speed, which means that we are looking at, for acceleration, we are looking for the change in speed. And by the way, if you've not seen this triangle, it just means changing, how much it's changed. So the change in speed over time taken. Now that gives us a different set of units. The change in speed, right, I'm dividing the change in meters per second by seconds, which gives me this, meters per second divided by seconds, which gives me meters per second squared, or meters per second squared. So if you're at school age and you're sitting exams, try and think of the units as a way to unlock the equation. So, you know, if it is meters per second, you are looking for the meters in the question and you're dividing it by seconds. If it's, you know, joules per second, right, you are looking for the energy in joules and you're dividing it by the time in seconds. So using the units that way can be a big help. Now, what I may do in future, these are very short videos. I'm done. That's it. I may take this video and do it properly on the Conspiracy Cats channel, but I will just leave you with another confused statement from this man. And let me know what you think of the Baldy Shorts, whether it's a pointless thing or not. Oh, and check out Mr Keebler.
Gravity is not a measurable force in the same way that you can measure kilograms of force.